Recently, we reached 4,000 subscribers, and once again, I want to say a massive thank you for that. And as usual, I did another Spartan ranking to celebrate this monumental milestone. However, this time around, things were done a little differently, as rather than just a big video, I decided to do it as a stream. This way I could rank the Spartans, but also interact with you guys, and it was a lot of fun, even if it did go on for 4 hours. But one thing I did make clear throughout that stream is that the winners would be announced in a video at a later date, and today is obviously that video. But before I do reveal who the winners are, there's a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, I'm curious if you guys would prefer this format again in future. By that I of course mean, do you prefer me streaming the Spartan ranking rather than making a video and announcing the winners later? Or would you prefer that I go back to the video format next time? But do take into consideration that takes a ton of time. The one benefit of making it a stream instead is that I can push that out much quicker for you lot to enjoy. And obviously the stream stays up on the channel as a VOD for everyone to go back to. And secondly, again, before I reveal the winners, there's a few honourable mentions that I do want to go over, as I believe these Spartans are great and definitely deserve to be showcased. Starting off with SaltySpartan. Now this is a relatively basic Mark 7 build, all things considered. It's using the World Championship coating with the Vandal or Noble visor. It's got the shoulders from the Champion bundle, and there isn't really much that stands out about this build, but that simplicity is what makes it shine. It allows the coating to take center stage, and the Spartan just looks really cool. Moving on, we have Max. Again, another Mark 7 build, but this one is drastically different. Although the helmets are the same, the coating, the visor, and everything else is much different. The helmet also has the addition of a helmet attachment, which definitely spices things up. And Fascinator looks really good. I really hope that gets brought back to the store at some point. Overall, the armor choices work perfectly with the coating, and the visor also matches the coating greatly too. Next up, we have a submission from Spartan X. Most of you already know that I absolutely love the Deathly Poison coating, as black and green is my usual go-to colour scheme. Menachite is currently one of my favourite helmets, and the colour coordination between the coating and visor is great. The chest piece that came with ISR is also my favourite, and the Zvezda shoulders are great. Overall, there's a lot of things about this Spartan that I absolutely love. The next honourable mention is a very tactical Firefall build, using the Wild Coven coating, the Firefall helmet with the Beltol visor, again the Fascinator helmet attachment, and just some solid armour choices overall. Wild Coven is definitely one of the best armour coatings in the game, and I really hope we get to use it on other cores at some point in the future. And our final honourable mention is a submission from Lucy B246 with this amazing Flanker build. Flanker is a helmet that I have very mixed feelings on, but this build definitely sells me on it. I don't know if it's the use of the Basal helmet attachment or the overall armor composition, maybe it's the coating and the visor, but something about this makes Flanker look really good, and it's just genuinely a solid Spartan. But with our honourable mentions out of the way, it's time to reveal the 5 winners. Coming in at 5th place, we have Dingus with this pretty interesting Mark 5 Zeta build. Usually, I'm not a massive fan of armor effects, but he's used the laurels here really well with the coating and visor choice. The chest piece also doesn't conflict with the look whatsoever, and these armor pieces just fit together really well. Estate Gold is definitely one of the best coatings in the game, it's just a shame that it costs 700 credits. Dingus has managed to create a Spartan that looks both unique and really damn good. At our number 4 spot, we have Alexandre. This is our first and I believe only Spartan in this list that isn't using the Mark 7 core, which to be fair shouldn't be a huge surprise, as most of these submissions were with the Mark 7, as that has much more as far as armor variety and pieces go. But to get back on track, I believe this Yoroi Spartan looks really damn good. It's definitely not the first cyberpunk samurai that I've seen, and it definitely won't be the last, but it is definitely the best. The use of the yokai helmet with the neon mohawk effect works really well. The coating is also gorgeous, and there's just some really good armor pieces here. I think the only 2 things on this build that are actually paid cosmetics are the coating and utility piece, and everything else is free, which is nice to see. The chest piece was obviously an ultimate reward, so it's cool to see that one here, as I believe it's one of the rarer items that you see used on this core. But I definitely think this samurai is worthy of that number 4 spot. Moving on to our number 3, we have a submission from Boinski. It's another tactical firefall build, this time using the Splinter Desert coating, which works really well with that green visor. Also using the chest piece from ISR, the shoulders from Anubis, the utilities piece from Soldier, there's some really good armor pieces here that work really well together. I'm a huge fan of some of these tactical ODST firefall Spartans, they look amazing. And this one is obviously no exception and is one of the best ones that I've seen. And Boinski is definitely deserving of that 3rd place ranking. In at number 2, we have McDry Bones. This is a lovely chrome Menachite build using the War Master helmet attachment, and I believe that's the graphite soul visor. The armor choices here are great and the coating really helps sell them. The World Championship 2022 coating is easily another favourite of mine as well, and it really helps some of this armor just pop. And for our number 1 Spartan, we have a submission from Brandon Holt. This is yet another Mark 7 build, and also another one making use of the Fascinator helmet attachment. I also love the use of the coating, the chest piece works really well here, and this is just a great Spartan. When I think of a Mark 7 Spartan, this definitely comes to mind. I can definitely picture this guy fighting through hordes of Banished on the surface of Zeta Halo. The armor choices, the coating, the visor, everything blends here really nicely, creating a look that looks absolutely awesome. And there you have it, there are the 5 winners and overall just the top 10 Spartans from the 4K Spartan ranking. Again, I want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you. Reaching 4K is a dream come true to say the least. And at this rate we'll be at 5K in no time, so stay tuned because there'll be yet another Spartan ranking for that. Although I should warn you all, after 5K there might be a little bit of a break depending on how quickly things accelerate, just because these things take up so much time. And as much as I love sitting down and rating all your Spartans, there's only so much I can take. And if we do wait a little bit longer after the 5K one, it means chances are there'll be much more armor in the game and we'll see much more diverse Spartans yet again. But seriously, a massive thank you to all of you. I will contact the winners as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.